What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel for some more fun. As you can see, we're starting it off in the garage for this one right here because we got an unboxing to do and a little bit of wrenching to make our own 18th scale Bigfoot. So some of y'all probably already know what I'm talking about. We've got the Traxxas TRX4MT. This is the F150 Ranger edition. So the Bigfoot body style, and we've got the kit to actually turn it into Bigfoot. Now this is most likely going to end up being a two-parter here. I'll probably unbox this thing and check it out right quick and do a little comparison against the regular TRX4M models. And then I want to get a couple of speeds beforehand because I've got some really good upgrades as far as performance and looks to do this thing. Now this is nothing new to the market. It's been out for several months. New to me obviously because I'm getting back into RC. Box art on this stuff is always very cool. Really on all the Traxxas stuff. You can see gives you some of the features up there. This one is very similar to the other TRX4s, kind of built on the same platform but different chassis. It's got more of a monster truck style chassis. I think well obviously it's got bigger wheels and tires. I think it's got the same drivetrain, same gear and same everything like that, but it does have metal gear servo already. The standard ones have plastic gear, so that's a nice little upgrade already with the metal geared servo. But we ain't here just to look at the box, so let's crack this thing open and see what we got inside. This is sure enough a fresh unboxing. I've had this thing for a month or so, but I've been waiting to unbox it to do a video on it. Of course I opened it upside down, so obviously it's got the same kind of extras as the normal ones. You got your manual there, you got your little toolkit here. It's got that little four-way, a couple little hex keys or Allen wrenches, and then got some shock preload spacers, and it's actually got the sticker kit for the chassis. I'll show you here in a second. And then I just noticed something else that's actually pretty cool. They've got an adapter here, and what that is to take your wheel nuts off because of these deep dish wheels. They really needed to include this with the high trails too, because you can barely get to those wheel nuts. Now most people are probably going to have something better as far as tools, and I did too, but if you're stuck with that little four-way, that right there is going to come in very handy. So you got the standard TQ radio that comes with all the TRX4Ms. You got your same 750 milliamp LiPo battery there, same with the other ones. Same little USB charger for your battery there. So these things are sure enough ready to run, except for the 4 AA's that you need for the transmitter. And then here's our little mini monster. We'll go ahead and do the peel right here. These aren't near as satisfying a peel as some electronics type stuff, but it is pretty cool to first take this off here and watch me break my mirrors off before I even get to use this thing. I did the whole peel off camera, I believe, but nice shiny new body. Really cool to open any kind of new RCs. They're really nice and shiny. I believe they got me stuck on the bumper. There we go. And there you go. Nice little F150 monster truck. Very cool little tires and deep dish wheels. Of course, I really wish they would put foams in these things. They don't put foams in any of them. I think that's just awful. And then of course they glue them, so you can buy foams, but then you got to worry about trying to get these off. I mean, you're better off just buying new wheels and tires altogether. But I already knew that was the case, so no big deal there. It probably won't be as bad either since these are so much bigger, probably a little more cushier than the regular small TRX4Ms. But let me switch over to this other camera and then we'll take just a really quick closer look at it and get some batteries in it and check the speeds and performance on it. All right, let's look a little bit closer at this thing. Very, very nice. Again, really nice body on this one. It's actually got actual chrome trim there, where the other ones, like this high trail, this one here, that's a sticker. That trim was a sticker. This is actual plastic chrome trim. I mean, that's really, really sharp right there. So very, very nice body. Bumpers are different too. I think the bumpers are custom for the monster truck, flat monster truck look. Now the grill is different. It's not the actual Bigfoot grill, but with the kit, I do have the actual Bigfoot grill. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm trying to figure out my good camera angles to use here. So very, very sharp looking body. Of course, you got the big supercharger and all sticking out the top. Now I'm gonna switch that over to the intake with the dual Predator carbs that comes in the Bigfoot kit. Now this one does have the single light kit just for the headlights, just like the other high trails, but I do have the pro scale light kit that I'm gonna put on it too. And then of course when it comes to the chassis, that's where you're talking about a really big difference. As you can see, it's got that very cool monster truck look chassis, that real drop down chassis, and it's actually one piece with the rails too, so it wasn't just a plate that they stuck on. I think that looks very, very cool and really gives it that monster truck look. Now it's got the dual shocks on each corner too. Now from what I understand, only one on each corner is oil filled. It's tuned to be that way, so with the right amount of recoil and everything from the springs. I do have some stiffer springs ordered, so I'm gonna try to get this thing tuned in and really get it where it's more monster truck feeling. As you can see here, this one is the high trail actually. You can see the chassis there, big difference and only one shock. Now these floor pans or mud guards, whatever you want to call them, that did not come on here, so you kind of have to picture that without those. Now it does use the same links as the high trail, so the high trail and the MT share them. The standard of course has shorter links than both of these. And then your shock tower of course is also different. You can see they're shorter on that MT to give you the more ground clearance, and then there's the high trail. And then if you compare it real quick to the regular, again you can see big difference right there. Much less ground clearance on this regular, even from the high trail, and then big time from this MT. And then your shock towers again short there on that MT, much taller on the standard. Now as far as the drivetrain, the motor and the control module here, ECM they call it, it's a combo ESC and receiver, so all that's exactly the same turn. I believe it's got the standard trail gears in here if I'm not mistaken, so it's going to be slow, way too slow really for a monster truck. They should have at least put the high speed gears in here, but like I said, I've got plenty of stuff and we're gonna fix this thing up like it should be. So now of course I've got a couple of batteries already, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on charge. Again, it comes with a USB charger already. You don't have to have any kind of separate charger. I went ahead and got this Traxxas charger from the start once I got a couple of these because I knew I was probably gonna be getting more Traxxas stuff. I know it's controversial probably not to switch off of this Traxxas style proprietary connectors and all, but I kind of want to stick with it for now, so you had to just get a little adapter here to work with this plug on these little tiny TRX4M batteries. But this charger just lets me balance charge it, you know, store it, fast charge it, or just more options than the other one does. So just a simple plug on in here. That's one nice thing about it. It's automatic set for LiPo, balance charge, 2 amp. That's good because this is 750 milliamps. So just hold it down and it does its thing. So let that charge up. So now let's run outside, and I actually want to get a speed on this stock versus those. Now this has got the standard trail gearing in it. That's the high trail. This has got the speed gears in it. So I want to see the speeds on all of these. I've got this little RC speed meter here, this little GPS speed meter. So hopefully it'll pick up, because this is going to be really slow. With both of these, it's going to be awfully slow, but it should pick up something. All right, y'all, I'm trying to do some gymnastics out here and hold this camera and transmitter and everything all at once. I'm trying to avoid setting too many cameras up just to do this little speed test. I do have something that I think is going to solve this problem altogether and give me some onboard footage. Well, I know I've got something that's going to solve it as long as it works like it's supposed to. I've ordered a little small camera to mount to these things and something I can use as secondary while I'm using my main cam. But anyway, I'm just going to do a quick top speed test on all three of these, the MT, the high trail, and the standard. So we're going to start with the MT here. As you can see, it's on 0. Hey, we got a glare, of course. You can see there's 0 mile an hour. So let's just see what kind of top speed. I'm guessing, I don't know, 5 mile an hour maybe. Let's just see what happens. We're going a little downhill now. I'm cheating. It's definitely hit top speed several times. And we are at 4 mile an hour. I don't know if y'all can see that. 4 mile an hour there. So 4 on the MT. Let's try the high trail now, since it's still got the standard trail gears. This is trail gears, all of them, or this one's trail gears, the high trail's trail gears, and then the Rover is going to be the speed gears. All right, let's see what we can get from the high trail. It's on 0, you can see there. Now again, this one's got the same gearing, so the trail gearing and all of these are set to the first mode on the ECM. So let's see what this one does. I'm guessing this one's probably going to be the same. It might be just a mile an hour slower. Go a little bit downhill like we did with the other one. It might be a little mile an hour slower just because that MT's got those bigger tires. It could be. All right, this one, yeah, sure enough. See if I can get the shadow gone or the glare gone. Sure enough, this one's 3 mile an hour, so it's actually 1 less just because of those larger tires, I'm guessing. All right, now let's check the Defender. Now remember, this one's got the speed gear, so it should be right much faster. If I'm guessing, just based on those other ones, I would guess 6, maybe 7. 7 would be nice. Well, it needs to be faster than this for a monster truck though. I mean, 7 is way faster than those, but it's still pathetic for a monster truck. I mean, I would want way faster than this for a monster truck. And yeah, 7 was wishful thinking. We didn't get but 5, and that's even with the speed gears. So I would say with the speed gears in that monster truck with the stock motor, you would probably see 6. I doubt you would see 7, maybe going downhill. So obviously that's some pretty pitiful top speeds for a monster truck. Now, of course, monster truck ain't all about top speed by any means. So let's take it onto the track and let me just show you that you ain't getting nothing that a monster truck should do out of this thing right now. All right, just a quick little demo out here of this thing just to show you. I mean, it's pitiful for a monster truck. You can see there, you didn't even get any air. Obviously, you can tip it over. I didn't really want to tip it over. I'm trying not to goof up this body before I put the stickers on it. I ain't worried about it being a shelf queen, but I don't want to get it scratched up where I got a scratched up place to put the stickers on. But as you can see, I mean, it's just no air. It's just super slow. I'll get on it wide open and come through that little ramp area. I mean, that's wide open right here with those trail gears. It got a little bit of jump there, I guess, but no wheelies. You can forget wheeling. Off of this ramp, I might could, but you can, if I put it on the crawler mode, the mode 3, and have it brake real fast and go from reverse to forward, it will, but other than that, nah. It's not set up like a monster truck should be for sure. So yeah, I think you get the point there. It's slow as molasses, so I've definitely got to get this thing sped up, and I've got just the upgrades, I believe, to get this thing moving like a monster truck ought to be moving. All right, a few more little things I want to mention, and then we'll wrap this stuff up. So obviously the main thing we found out here, which I'm sure everybody already knew from other videos, is this is way too slow for a proper monster truck. Absolutely way too slow. It's really weird that Traxxas made this thing so slow being a monster truck. I'm sure they just worked with existing parts, but it'll be neat to fix this thing up and modify it anyway. The trickiest part's going to be how fast and how many parts do I need to put on here. I'd like to get it all over with at once without having to undo and redo things, because I've got several different things to work with. Let me just give you a little preview. We'll do all this and install it next video, but number one thing is I've got the Traxxas brushless system for this. So direct drop-in, it's got the new ECM and the brushless motor. This is going to make a huge difference. I already know, way faster with that, but I'm assuming you can also run the speed gears with this. So I've got a set of metal, metal speed gears here, steel speed transmission gears. So I'm going to probably go ahead and put those in it as long as I don't read anything or somebody tells me that I can't use the speed gears with this, but I'm assuming you can use all the gearing and everything with this brushless just like you could with the brushed. So we got those transmission gears, and speaking of transmission, I do have the 2-speed transmission, and that's going to be the tricky thing, knowing which to go with, because as you can see here, these are all the gear ratios here. These right here are the stock ones. If you use the crawler gears, 40.3, trail gear 16.6, speed 9.7, so on and so forth. So obviously the lower your number here, the faster your speed is going to be. Now when you put that 2-speed trans in, you can see your top speed is actually a little bit slower than with the speed gears in the standard transmission. But once you put those speed gears in that 2-speed, here's your new gear ratios. You can see the top speed is way faster gearing when you put the speed gears in that 2-speed, even than the speed gears here. So that might be the way to go. I would hope that I can just use the brushless system because I don't really need 2-speed with a monster truck. You know what I mean? I just need 1 speed with a monster truck. So I'm hoping, my plan is to go with the speed gearing with that brushless motor, and maybe I've got some overdrive ring and pinions here. I've got a 1222 ring and pinion gear set here. I'm out of camera again. So that would make it even faster, but I don't know if I'll need that. So y'all let me know. Do you think, and obviously I'm putting the brushless in there for sure, number one. And then the speed gears, I think that's automatic. The speed gears in the transmission, unless I can't use them for some reason, which wouldn't make any sense. So I'm gonna say the brushless system, the speed gearing, and then y'all let me know if you think I need that much more speed with the 2-speed. I guess that would be an easy swap, so maybe we could do it without the 2-speed and then put the 2-speed. And then let me know on these overdrive gears too, if you think I'm gonna need those. I guess I may as well run through the rest of the upgrades I'm gonna do on the next video too. So I've got a full bearing set there. That should help big time, even with adding a little bit more speed. I've got some new links just because I wanted it to look good. Most of the rest of this is just aesthetics. So I've got some nice blue anodized aluminum links there. I've got some a steel center drive shafts right here. I picked up a blue anodized Traxxas steering link with the metal horn, and this Samix brand servo mount, again blue anodized. I just thought that would look sharp on it. Like I mentioned at the start, I do have the Pro Scale light kit for it that gives you the headlights, tail lights, turning flashers and all that. And I went ahead and got a new light bar that's got the LEDs already in it. So I got LEDs in the light bar. Now they do have just the LED kit to mount in your light bar, but they're back ordered and out of stock everywhere. So I just went ahead and got this. I do also have some extended brass wheel hexes here too. So if it gets real unstable, and it looks like I'm just gonna go ahead and put those right out the gate because you can see it rolling already. It's a shame. I think these tires have a lot to do with it. Those tires are just terrible. I really wish that foams would be standard in every single model, period. And then of course the last thing I got is the Bigfoot kit here. It's got the new grill, it's got the Bigfoot sticker set, and then it's got the new intake and Predator carb set to replace the supercharger. And I think that pretty much does it for this one. So the next one again is going to be putting all these accessories on. We'll do a new speed test. If we need to, we'll swap some parts here and there to get as much speed as I think we need out of it. Again, I'm not looking for anything, you know, just based on what I saw here, I would love to get 10 mile an hour out of this thing. If we could get 10 mile an hour, I think that's moving plenty fast enough for as small as this is. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I'll probably get that uploaded Friday, sometime Friday evening. I've got to work on some stuff from my other channel too. I've got some good stuff coming for that one. So again, make sure you stay tuned for that. A lot of good stuff coming. Like I mentioned, I've got a nice new onboard camera coming. That should make some really nice footage. I've got another, you know, I kind of started this monster truck thing. So I got 2 or 3 of them ahead of time, which I don't really regret, but it's definitely going to take some work getting them to where I want them. This one for sure. But what I was getting at is I've got another monster truck unboxing to do. I think it's going to be really, really nice, probably right out the box. It's probably going to have plenty of speed. It's an upgraded version of one that's been out for a little bit. Some of y'all probably already know, but I'll give you a little hint here. This is just a very, very light hint. So that's all you get. You can probably figure out what it is from that. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you reach down and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you've got those notifications on so you get notified when I upload stuff. The only affiliate link I've got so far is my Amazon storefront. I have set up some RC stuff down there, so check that out if y'all are interested. I really do appreciate that. So big thanks to all of y'all who are supporting the new channel. I really do appreciate that. Lots of good stuff on the way, so stay on the lookout. And in the meantime, y'all keep having fun.